215 here.
Your very own Mazaku. What's up? Going on? What's up? You know.
You're going to get this work. Now, we're going to do a review. J. Cole just dropped a beautiful album called
For Your Eyez Only.
We're going to try to break down every track to say our opinions on it. Where does it rank in the J. Cole universe of his albums? Where does it rank, period? I guess for albums that came out recently or this year.
Yeah, I guess. Did we really hear every album this year?
I heard a couple, but I guess we just really talking about J. Cole itself. Because he's reached a level that he will be compared by his own art. He won't be judged by other people's.
A lot of people didn't get this album, which is weird. It's not a hard concept to get.
No, I mean, after your first time hearing
about
it.
Him and his friends simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean,
that's it. It's not hard.
Yeah.
I want club jumper beats, and it's like, you're not going to get none of that. I mean, you listen to Foldin Clothes you want, but...
Nah, people don't bang with the Foldin Clothes more than other songs. I ain't saying they don't like it, but...
I too saying they don't like it.
Yeah, true. So, how we starting off?
Let's start off with the first track, titled "For Whom the Bell Tolls." Now, me personally,
the intro.
Yeah, the intro. That's that first track, though.
I know. I'm just saying words, man.
Yeah. But, the intro wasn't really. It's just like last year or not last year, 2 years ago. With like, do you want it?
That joint was hot though.
Free.
All right. Do you feel like
it wasn't really meant, for any lyrics? So, as far as people, hopefully nobody is complaining about that. I mean, it's intro is just him laying down the melody and giving a small message. That's it.
I feel you on that. I do feel like, technically speaking, there's probably no such thing as a bad intro. Because the intro could be anything. Intro could be a couple words. It could be a whole
intro could
song.
be a single.
Yeah, so it's like...
Meek Mill.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So an intro is... It's an intro. So it's really... So personally, I do feel like it is relatable to his last intro he did on Forest Hills Drive. And it's not as soulful. Because it's not as long, probably.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't feel that pain when he's breaking down everything. But you do feel some pain here. I like... What the beat became in the very beginning, we hear start, you're like, what the fuck is this? But then it smooths into like something real jazzy. So I liked it. I mean, it was cool. It was okay. It didn't hurt the album.
It didn't hurt the album at all. It's a nice little intro. Now, on to the second track called Immortal. Crazy.
I like Immortal. I think Immortal is really unique. And he has a thing on this album that I'm probably going to say a lot. At the end of raps, it's like when the rap kind of over and he goes in real quick. It's like a lot of tracks he make sure he left that stamp at the very end.
Yeah, but he was going in. He was going in, and it's like, I mean, reminded me of Born Sinner with Illuminati when Cole was just sitting there going in on the entire track. And I like hearing that kind of J. Cole, because we won't get it all the time, but we definitely will get it somewhere in there between every album. And it's nice that we got it here on the second track, and it didn't disappoint.
I kind of agree with him. I feel like he flowed like that. I don't feel like he gave us the lyrics nowhere compared to the Born Sinner.
Born Sinner was a whole different message, so that's why.
I'm just saying, you say he went in. I feel like he rapped, and he rapped well. I don't think he went in, like, because he gave me no... He didn't show his lyrical metaphor ability, but he showed his flow ability. Like, his rhymes are solid and they have good substance, and he flowed them crazy. And
so
I never want to.
And also in this track, as I said in the album, the concept is him rapping about him and his friend's life and what eventually both their lives lead up to. Okay. So you can hear, I believe it's in the second verse of Immortal, because first we was hearing, okay, this could be, or maybe his friend was the first verse.
Yeah, we gotta re-listen to it. But basically, one of them was more like it could be anything, but one was blatantly he's rapping as somebody else's point of view, and it makes sense after the last track.
That was definitely this track. And Deja Vu. Now here's Deja Vu. It could be about his friend, but we know it's about him too.
Yeah, it don't seem like an all-purpose track for everybody.
Rap about situations that seems like it's over a decade ago. Yeah. Because we was in college in 18, 19. Because that's in this time frame that he's rapping about. And he's been with his girlfriend for a decade. So, unless his friend definitely could have had a girl around the same time.
But it wasn't seem like, why would he write that?
I don't know. And,
he could have.
It's definitely one of the most popular tracks. And I'm telling
cool.
you, the Bryson Tiller exchange instrumental. I didn't expect that when I heard that. I'm like, wait, what? He got clearance for this? He got clearance for this beat. And J. Cole, he did a very well job. It's actually my ringtone. I appreciate it. I appreciate the entire track, man. It's always a good track when J. Cole speaking on love. Keeps it real, keeps it genuine. Because when Cole raps, it sounds like, a normal person is rapping with us. He doesn't rap, I got all this fucking money, fuck these bitches, fuck these hoes. Even though...
Bitches, hoes.
Yeah. It's like, when
boing,
Cole
boing,
raps,
boing.
it sounds like... It feels like we can relate to him more. Because Cole's just a regular... Like, you can see him walking the regular streets in New York.
Yeah.
Just go down.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, and
he's more down to earth.
And his delivery is more plain, so it don't look like he's trying to trick you.
Yeah.
Like, when he, master... Like, all right, he not trying to, finagle me,
yeah.
so...
Now, on to the fourth track, Ville Mentality. Okay, this is clearly a different point of view.
Yeah, this is not him at all.
This nigga ain't slinging shit outside his fucking apartment.
Exactly.
But no, it's rapping about his dead friend. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. I think he said his name. Is his name James? He was 22. I'm not sure. That's the friend he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I know that was the name and the age is mentioned in this album. But this is clearly through the eyes of his friend.
Of his friend who's going through his troubles. And you hear a skit or a sample, but something with a young girl that's supposed to be, quote unquote, the daughter.
Yeah, because they did say something about play it when she's old enough. So I'm guessing he had his daughter.
He could have died a while ago. What if he died when he was 22 and he was like,
he could have died a while ago. But this is not only reason why I go and rap about it because I think he told him
too young to probably.
Yeah, so it's probably around maybe 9 or 10 right now. Maybe she's a little intelligent girl, so that's why J. Cole released this album.
She would understand. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, I thought the song was good. Again, he went in on the end crazy. Yeah, and I like the thing with the girl saying how she's upset that her father's not there, and it's a good message for some people who realize when you're gone, your kids are there and they need you. They can't balance that out. So just for them throwing that little skit in there, plus how I'm supposed to maintain. He said how it went. Can I maintain like this or how's the hook?
Something to maintain this something.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was a good track. I enjoyed it.
I really love this track.
The next track go on.
Oh,
this what album changed for me. It went.
It really got into deep. It got into more detailed events. So he's rapping about him and his mate who had passed away, about how they both seemingly found love, or how it first knocked on that door and how they took the opportunity.
Yeah, I could go with that.
And for two guys like them growing up, they probably thought, maybe love was just shitting out for me, but it's like they found that one. They found that one, and when I seen She's Mine Part 1 and the Scene Part 2, I'm like, okay, this is going to to lead into something else. And I like both of the titles, She's Mine, because they both one got you. One is the wifey.
Yeah.
And one is your kin.
Exactly.
So I appreciate it. The track.
It was good. I felt like the instrumental.
I love his soul.
The instrumental was shocking. He went soulful. It's more of a song track. Of course, to be 100% legit. I mean, the singing parts with that quote unquote not the hook are really bad. But if you're this album,
it's harmonized.
No, this album is for J. Cole fans. If somebody wasn't a J. Cole fan and you played this, they might be like, he trying to be Drake. In their mind, that's what they would try to.
Yeah, because my friend got that fucking mindset.
Because he's singing, but even though Dejavu used to sing, 50 Cent used to sing, Biggie Smalls, but they try to act like it's a Drake thing. But it's bad, but it's bad. But if you're a fan of his,
start this shit. But
exactly, yeah, it's so the singing is bad. You hear the cracks in his voice. They even bring that up in the freaking review. You say you hear the pain and crack in his voice. It's somewhere on there. You probably see
on
it.
The words are cracking. I see it.
Yeah. So it's but there's nothing wrong with that because we know J. Cole. If you're a fan of, you understand. I'm a Wale fan. When he sings, it's not good.
His pain.
Yeah, you understand it and you rock with it because you're there for the experience. Again, the melody went well. The stuff he was saying on there was really good. It was really smart. And it did feel like though he didn't do this months ago. It felt like they did all this stuff leading up to the album. It was because if he would have sat on that track, it would have been more smoother. Yeah, he would.
Only reason why I think the whole daughter part is okay. Well, you just had a daughter yesterday, Cole. But maybe he rapped maybe a couple.
Well, he
weeks
rapped beforehand because he knew he was gonna have a daughter, so
Yeah.
he could. So, but that was a great track for me. This what the album changed up more dramatically because it was already good.
Speaking of change, that's the 6th track on this album.
Exactly.
And change. Oh, man.
I like change. I like the beat. I like the melody. I like the message. I could see a video for this.
Cool,
right away.
dog. He says he's gonna come out with a video for every track of the album.
Well, it makes sense for the name of the album.
And this is I can't wait.
Yeah, but like that seems like I could see the rituals of his city and everything him going around.
Yeah, but change is oh man, his flow.
Man, that's the concrete we said.
Cold world.
At the end we start going in and everything. Like more rapid, more aggression. Unique again. The instrumentals is going with the rest of the album. It got that jazzy, smooth feel, that soul.
Yeah, of course.
And it just feels good. It feels.
I just don't give out people don't like the album. Like you don't like the cool, but it's like you're not coming up with reasons saying it's corny. Like what? The shit we went over. None of these things are corny.
I mean, at the end, I guess what we talking.
If you're not a Cole fan, then why do you even bother listen to the album?
Well, because you got people out there who can't allow people not to be Cole fans too. There's the other end of a Cole fan who's trying to tell you he's the greatest of all time, and they're gonna hey, listen to this then, and they be like, after you told me he's better than Hove, and you play me this shit, I ain't trying to hear him no more, and that's probably the issue.
But it's a story, man. The entire
it is a story.
It's silly called For Your Eyez Only. You feel me?
Yeah. So how do you feel about the next track?
The next track, Neighbors. That's my shit, man.
That's your shit right
that's
there.
That's my shit. And go home. I'm blasting.
Neighbors, you gonna sell it dope?
And it's like he is selling dope. He's selling this dope. These albums.
Lyrically,
is what he fucking selling. This shit
lyrically
is dope.
Selling. Woo!
This shit is dope, and it's blowing. Man, I'm telling you, that shit gonna blow up crazy.
You think that's the one?
It's already on the second highest ranking on the iTunes list. We're looking at down the track list now. Of course, the first one is Deja Vu.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because they already got the pre-song already. It's already popular, so.
Neighbors, dog. This is crazy.
I thought it was a solid track. I mean, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it at all. It's the nice beat. The hook is repetitive, so you're gonna remember.
And this track is more about J. Cole than his deceased friend. So
yeah. Talking about people around him and
about
everything.
his deceased friend as well. The Neighbors, J. Cole, and then we have Foldin Clothes, which is clearly J. Cole. Yeah,
that's the J. Cole thing, and that was more. All right, here's what I'm saying. I feel this is more of a step where J. Cole was going with the whole album anyway.
Yeah,
this felt more musical than quote unquote hip hop.
Yeah,
so like we would hear this John. There's barely lyrics in it because he's saying a hook a nice amount of times. Yeah. But the hook is catchy, it makes sense. It's a feel good track. If you got a chick at home,
you can hear the shit in a laundry commercial.
Exactly, definitely. We said that you hear the laundry commercial, a Tide commercial. Maybe a band, anything you got cleaned up, and the girl sit on the couch and shit with a newspaper, and the guy like just cleaning up and shit, vacuuming.
I want to fold clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I want to make you feel good.
So I feel like years from now, this could be
Maybe
reused.
I want to do the right thing.
And
I think it's going to be one of those songs that really grows on people. Because me, I think it's a cool song, but in like maybe a month or so, I'm blasting this shit in my house, and that's how it was with Drake Hotline Bling.
Yeah, first you like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this bullshit? Man, you sitting there doing a fucking dance to the video.
Yeah, but like you said, like this song, I feel like this is gonna be one of them things years down the line because you're gonna watch a random, I guess I won't say girly movies, but romantic movies. Romantic movies, and the first track you hear coming on is this song right here, when Bo cleaning up a living room and some shit with his chicken bed cooking the breakfast.
The beat is very nice too.
Very nice, very catchy. Again, I like the genre, but this is more musical. Like a lot of his tracks, he's playing with his melodies more, and sacrificing, I guess, hard metaphors just for solid storytelling and breaking you on a journey. Yeah. What's next?
Next is She's Mine Part 2. This shit is fucking amazing, man. And you can really feel for him. And you also really feel bad for like his friends. Like he had the same experience as J. Cole did, but he's not living to see it through.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's not living to see it through, and it's crazy. And let me see. I think I want to go back on. I think you
want to talk about another track?
My fact.
Foldin Clothes?
No. That's the last track. So we're gonna keep on She's Mine Part 2. Oh man,
I liked it for.
First time, congratulations to J. Cole for having his daughter. You know, she's about like 3-4 days old now, maybe 3 days. She was born a day before he released the album, so it's like the time is perfect. But J. Cole gonna be off for a while. You know, he gotta be a father, and like he's rapping about his experience, but for real, he's rapping about his friend's experience.
That's how he felt.
He's rapping about it before his experience even occurred. It just so happened that had happened the same day he dropped the album, and that's crazy. And it's like, I don't know, J. Cole's just on a completely different level, but you know, he lets you know how happy his friend felt when he did have his daughter. And you kind of feel bad, like, man, this guy wasn't able to live to see it through. And you listen to the whole album, like, man, you and him kind of had similar lives. He was just on the bad side of it.
Yeah.
It's Naruto and Sasuke.
I guess you got to connect it all together, right? Personally, again, I like the song. I like the song more because of part one. Yeah. It set me up. You know, you hear it, you hear the same beat, you're thinking, all right, it's gonna be more about love or something like that, and it was about love of the daughter, except for love of the wife, and it's like that was smooth.
It's a great story.
It got me. Only thing it would have got me more if they somehow figure out how to get 3 fucking parts in this genre. Have like the first part like the second fucking verse and shit like that. But it sounds like he did probably one long song and realized how long it was. And you know, we could break this up and switch it up on the album. So again, great concept. And if you have a daughter, you're going to really love the song. Yeah. This is one of them tracks that if you can relate to it, it's going to be your shit.
And then we have Me, which is the best track on the album.
Best track, I probably for a different reason why you think it's the best track, but maybe the same.
Because you have, like, he has a conversation with himself, a.k.a. really his friend, the events leading up to his final moments.
At the very end.
Like, yo, man,
that's the last verse.
I honestly don't feel like I'm about to, you know, I've been having visions, this shit might happen to me. And it's like, yo, this is the foreshadowing. I know he's not lying on the track. His friend's really dead. I'm pretty sure he was close to his friends. His friends called him saying maybe something ain't right. But it's like, this conversation, this very conversation foreshadowed this album that dropped over a decade later.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And it's like, wow. All that led up to this moment, this album, and you can hear like the pain in his friend's voice. And it's like whenever he's rapping with his friend, you don't feel like, hey, this is J. Cole just going back and forth with himself. You feel like you hear him too, on the track. So that's why, you know, this is my favorite track on the album. And it's crazy. It's crazy because a lot of albums, the outro usually isn't your favorite track at all.
No,
but J. Cole, I think this is him 8 minutes of rapping, and then he cuts, I believe, from probably around 6 minutes, and then he starts talking to his daughter.
Yeah,
and your daddy, oh man, this shit was crazy, dog.
Okay, now with the track, it got me for a couple of reasons, but the main one is you hear the verse, you like, okay, J. Cole's rapping from the other perspective again, because you gotta realize you're hearing the joint for the first time through.
Yeah.
So these songs are good songs. Some of them he rapping from different point of views. There's nothing wrong with that. As a rapper, you're supposed to show your storytelling. Yeah. But this one, it felt like, well, this is the last verse. You shouldn't be rapping from other people's point of views. It don't make no sense.
He started rapping from his point of view.
Exactly. And then he rapped again from his homie's point of view. That you didn't realize it was his home. I mean, you could make up anything. Then he did the whole conversation together. The conversation together, like, okay, this is my homie calling me, asking me to give his life story to his daughter when she's able to understand it.
Yeah, when she's old enough.
So when he did that changed the whole album now. So now when you re-listen to it, it's like a good movie. When you watch it at the end, now everything in the beginning makes sense.
Like The Flash.
Yeah, you watch it from the beginning. After you've seen it and understand it, you go, oh, that's why he doing that. That's why he doing that.
It's a foreshadow album.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
going to get this regardless. It's just like we got it in this time frame.
Yeah.
His daughter's old enough. That's why we got it. It's simple.
But you had to listen to the last track. Cause if somebody like listens to the whole album, it don't listen to the outro right away, you know, it's just going to be a songs put together.
Yeah.
You'll be like, okay, that's cool, that's all right. Then the last track makes you look at the other tracks different. Say, okay, which tracks are these?
This is here for that reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
So every time he talked about somebody else, he wasn't just talking about a random person. He was talking about one specific person over and over again.
Yeah, and his daughter.
Yeah, so you go like, oh. And that made you look at She's Mine totally different. Because first, She's Mine is just a good track. It's just a good track about his daughter. Then you go like, hey, that could have been the point of view of his home. And now it makes you think. And a lot of things can't do that. Because that's like how it is with a twist in the movie at the end. You go like, oh, shoot, he was the killer the whole time? It was like that. It was like, oh, snap. Like, I thought it was Bull, guaranteed. So when that happened, I appreciate that. It got my mind thinking. So I listen to these joints every time. I'm trying to pick out.
I've never heard any album like this with this concept.
Yeah,
so
with the concept.
Some points for originality. I ain't heard nobody ever do this shit before.
No, I haven't. It's probably, I mean, it's a lot of music out there, but it's the first time I heard something like this. Definitely in a hip hop form, because I could picture like some country albums or something like that doing it. But it was really unique, and that really got me. The lyrics were solid, like always, because he's telling more truth. So therefore, it feels more personal.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to throw.
That was just crazy. Your daddy was a real nigga because he loved you for your eyes only.
Exactly.
Last verse.
So it was unique, and I appreciate it. So where you want to go from here? You want to just
me? We're gonna flaws.
No, I mean like thoughts. Or do you want to talk about comparing this to other albums?
To me personally, I mean, of course, I don't feel like it's better than Forest Hill.
Well, why? Let's talk about the first track.
Forest Hill is just crazy.
I mean, like, is it?
They had more content, I believe, too, right? They had like
I believe so.
16 tracks or some shit, or 14 or something.
It had 14, and I feel like the songs was more personal.
And it had more songs to relate to people. This is, this album had a purpose. It wasn't for us, but it is for us. But it's really for her.
Yeah.
And we sympathize with her because of this album.
Okay. So,
you feel me?
So he had a couple albums. Of course, you just heard.
I think it's better than the first album.
Silent Story.
But like something to me, see, like,
I
don't know. It's like me. I feel. It's like as far as like
you conflicted.
I feel for this album more than Born Center, but I feel for Born Center more than Forest Hill. But I feel for Forest Hill more than I feel for this album. So it's kind of like a rock paper scissors effect.
Because other words, you're saying like you feel that.
And you guys some great ass music.
Forest Hill.
I like Forest Hill
higher than this,
better than this.
But you started thinking
I like this better than Born Center. But I like Born Center better than Forest Hill. And it's like it's an endless loop.
I feel you. You're stuck.
But you gotta have some real concept. Like his music is that good.
Well, of course, my favorite album from J. Cole is Born Center because you got more of everything. You got more of him.
He had like 22. No, he had like 24 tracks on this.
Well, because that was special edition. Because they gave you Truly Yours 3 on there.
Yeah.
So I love that more because it gave me more. I don't know. The music to me was just more well rounded. Yeah. Here, you're not getting a little bit of everything at all. Yeah. You're not getting nothing.
It's like
look, this stuff Center, you can play in the club.
This how that Born Center is like no story, crazy lyrics. Forest Hill was a mixture of both. This is more story than lyrics.
Yeah, you're not gonna hear, like you said, like 4 brothers, 1 mother who don't love us. Yeah,
it's like Forest Hill's like a nice little piece of both.
Exactly.
Like story, lyrics. Born Center, straight lyrics. This more story than lyrics.
To be fair to Born Center, I mean, let Nas down.
I'm just one track. I'm talking like.
I mean, she knows. Run Away. I mean, like all these Jones on Money.
Yeah, but compared to this story, it's
Money
and the stories of Forest Hill, it pales.
I don't know. I mean,
you're not love
even
Born
his
Center.
single, even his single.
Born Center's a classic.
Power Trip. We hear Power Trip on the album. It has a whole different feel to it.
Yeah.
Like so, I feel like in Training Day.
That's the last time we heard J. Cole with features.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. He's really showing his star power by just going on these albums by himself and getting these sales.
And he got more sales.
Yeah, so and
this is definitely going to go double platinum.
It's a possibility. That's going to be a nice journey.
Here's the thing: some people didn't like Forest Hill when that shit came out either. Much later, everybody on his dick. No, the bandwagons came along.
Well, I was confused because we looked at what Born Center did and said, "Where's all these extra Cole fans coming from?" If they listened to this album and thought this was the shit and didn't listen to Born Center, that's what we were saying then.
Well, I know a lot of friends who became friends after Forest Hill,
for?
But they didn't even listen to Born Center.
Yeah, I feel like this is a solid album. I'm going to listen to this more because you like to hear a new version of your artist because he's more like this now.
Definitely better than Views from the Six.
There you go. I mean, you told the truth.
Better than that shit.
Because it's not music just to make music.
And he never wrote this shit.
I write my own.
False Prophets. And that wasn't even an album.
No, our own.
I knew it wasn't going to be an album, though.
But it makes sense because that means he wanted a certain feel. Because he could easily throw him on at the very
he did the same shit when he performed on, I think, Jimmy Fallon with Be Free. I'm like, yeah, you can put this in your album.
I was so mad about that.
And Kendrick did the same shit. I'm like, I don't think
Kendrick really draw, though. You don't know what Kendrick going to do. You be like, oh, he got 5 new tracks. None of them make it. But love is a strong word. I like this album. I feel a connection to this album.
I like this album, but I love it for what it is.
Exactly. I appreciate what it is.
I give it 1 out of 100.
Yeah, we about to do that. But like what I said before, if somebody's not a J. Cole fan, I don't see how this would bring them into J. Cole. Yeah. Maybe, because people like different things. Maybe, but if somebody say, "Yo, I keep hearing about this J. Cole guy. Where should I start?" I probably wouldn't say Bang's album.
Start with
I would say Born
The
Center.
Come Up. mixtape.
Oh, you want to go all the way back?
Let's go back 10 years. That's
Come
when
up
the time
to
when this
warm
shit
up
happened.
the Friday Night Lights.
That's when the time when this shit happened.
Yeah, I mean a conversation with him, but I mean, some people don't. I mean, I like that Cole. I got all the shit.
Came up 10 years ago.
I mean, I like the Truly Yours series. So, but
I like all his mixtapes and albums.
Yeah, so
I ain't have a bad tape from this man yet.
No, I have it, and that's why I ain't gonna say I'm giving him a pass, but clearly he did not step up lyrically. I mean, because I don't want to seem like I'm not blowing this man off at all. I think it's a really good album.
I said some story.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really good album, but he didn't attempt, to me at all, to metaphor anything like Immortal. He
didn't want to bar you up.
He could have barred you in Immortal. He could have barred you in Change. Like he could use he didn't use metaphors about people.
I just slit my wrist. He said,
"Is that
so when they clip the crit? So I fuck 6 bitches. I got 6 assists, nigga. The flow sick as shit. I invented shit. He said he didn't do none of that shit on here.
Nah. What jam? We think he's smacking like the mustard jam. Yeah. Like it was none of that.
Check. Got a middle finger for Uncle Sam. Yeah. I done paid someone's taxes. I can
fund Japan. Like. Woo.
Yeah, like we know he got the lyrics, but he wanted this album to be specifically
maybe because even on a False Prophets, to tracks that was more go in tracks that wasn't on his album, he didn't go in. Yeah, like he said some shit that was.
He said the truth.
Yeah, he said some and everybody got to die. He could have definitely worked that if he wanted to. He said some shit. So it's like this is interesting that he went this route. I don't know if he did this on purpose to see what people feel. They know, like, all right, he don't have to. I mean, like, you know,
Nico's fully aware.
Yeah, like the next album, he don't have to.
A lot of people didn't like Forest Hill when it first came
because he's going less and less with pushing crazy bars. Yeah. But his bars was never like bars to be bars. They always still connected to the song. Always had a deep meaning. So I hope some of that do come back.
Did Kendrick drop his album this year too?
No. Did he? That came out. Wait, Drake dropped how many projects this year?
He dropped one.
So when did he drop if you're reading this, it's too late. That's the same year Kendrick dropped his,
Oh, that same year? I think that could have been.
That was last year, right?
2015. Then I think Kanye dropped this year.
Yeah, good album. Oh, I ain't gonna compare that to the Kanye album. Definitely not right now because I like the Kanye album. Or there's tracks on the Kanye album I definitely love. Maybe not the whole, but this right here, it does feel like how my boy said. It feels like one track sometimes. Like you don't want to skip. You just play it all the way through. Yeah. Now, I guess you can really tell how good it's going to be if you can put it on shuffle and rock with it.
I don't think that can. I don't think I would do that.
But here's the issue: like it feels like you kind of got this all the way through. That might be a good thing or bad thing to you.
Specifically, you mix it
gets you a certain feel.
Like you don't want to go from hearing fucking the outro, then you hear Foldin Clothes, or hear Foldin Clothes, then you hear fucking Immortal. I'm like, no, wait, hold on.
After the changing clothes don't fit.
Changing clothes.
If anything, I'd be like that could have. You don't want to put it in the front because people think that's what the album's about. But like it's literally like it's just a standalone genre. Like, yeah. But it's cool. You probably could have played it right after She's Mine, the first one, because it follows the same type of I love her shit. But it would have been too much I love you tracks in a row.
22
in a row. People like, he trying to drink it. Oh, come on.
Yeah. No.
But I guess you want me to go first with the score?
Yeah, 1 out of 100. What do you give?
1 out of 100. I don't think this is better than any of his albums, but I love this shit a lot. So I'm gonna say, are we doing this like school?
No, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I gave him an 83.
I'm gonna say I give him a B. So that'd be between an 80 and 84 because B plus is 85 and up, right?
No, the B plus is 87 and up.
87. Okay, so I guess I should say 82. I feel like the concepts are there, the beats match his style because you don't got to get beats that matches everybody to like. It matches his style, but at the end of the day, he didn't go in, and I love that shit. So I can't give him a 90.
Yeah, I gave Forest Hill 91. I give Boy Center 92.
I like that.
It's great.
So what are we going for this? Because I got 80. I said 82.
And did they review
83? So it's 82.5 together.
Yeah, 82.5 we combined. That's where it's the average stat. That's it for the review, guys. As far as my bro Shizzy with the Xbox, so Link 215. Which one you about
Link
to?
Link 215, man. There's a lot of hip hop. Hip hop there, a lot of battle rap, a lot of regular
rap.
rap.
Stay in touch with his channel because we are going to be rating J. Cole. As overall rap artists, we got Wale, Kendrick Lamar, Meek Mill, and many more to come. So make sure you guys stick with that. All those videos are featuring Mazaku, so you can hear my outtake on that too. And this has been Mazaku.
Link 215.
Thank you for watching this album review.
Peace out.
Peace out.